podcast for the week of October 24th, 2008. I am Sudon.
And I'm...
In this last segment of the comic book reviews, I guess we're going to be talking about SPIDER-GEDDON number 2 that was out today.
Number 2, yep. Good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. We've got the story written by Christos and Sage, with writing credit, of course, going to Dan Slott for his Spider-Verse story. And the art and inside art and cover art for the regular cover were by Jorge Molina.
Yes, those are all true things.
Mm-hmm.
So we start off with the... So in Spider-GEDDON number 1.
Right.
We end with Otto Octavius's cloning, cloning, ending up being used to bring the Inheritors back.
Right. Sorry,
You're good.
They were able to clone and resurrect 3 members of the Inheritor family.
Yes.
Thanks to the spiders sending technology to the world they were trapped on, and they used to transmit the signal to Superior Octopus's cloning vats, and tricked him.
Yes. And a bunch of different spiders had showed up to be like, hey, you can't do that.
It's Superior Octopus himself, Miles Morales, Spider-Punk Kobe Brown, Gwen Stacy Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman Mayday Parker, Octavia Otto, she's a heroic Dr. Octopus from Earth 1104, and Peter Porker Spider-Ham.
And originally there was also Captain Britain, which I don't remember his name, and also
Spider UK.
And Spider UK, but I don't remember his actual name.
Actual name, yeah.
And also Spider-Man Noir, who were both killed at the very end of the last issue.
Yeah. Crazy, super crazy stuff. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, like right away.
Yeah, lots of death already, which they're cleaning house.
Yeah.
They're cleaning spiders up. Yeah, they go to fight these guys and get their butts kicked.
Yeah, basically, and it's just basically one of them, Verna, the sister, is fighting them off while the other brother is tending to the equipment, trying to resurrect more family members.
Yes, and the octopi, I guess, Octavia and Octavius are trying to figure out how
self-destruct mechanism.
Yes, to blow up the lab, because Gwen asks Otto if he has a self-destruct thing in his lab because he is a villain, and he's like, I'm a hero, but yes, I do.
Because they all have the Web Warriors teleportation devices on their wrists, so Gwen points that out.
Interdimensional wristwatches
That look like spiders.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't like this, but Gwen engages the sister and gets caught.
And tells everyone else to leave, because she can take them, because she has her teleportation device.
Yeah,
she does. She starts to get fed on, and I love this part, because I still have got to tell you guys about it, but she's got the symbiote on her.
Oh yeah, you haven't told me about that.
He hasn't told our listeners.
Sorry, I drew. But before any of that had happened, Otto and Octavia had gotten the thing going, had gotten the self-destruct mechanism going, and warned everybody that they need to get out of there. That's why she kind of stayed. She stayed behind to let everybody escape.
Right.
And which is where Sudon's at, and real touching with Miles at this part here too.
Miles loves her, and they are destined to be married apparently, and have kids in the web of stuffs. But
which is uncertain, but
still uncertain at this point. Yes, but according to previous stories, yes. But yeah, he's not happy about it, and she stays behind, and then the place blows up.
Yep. And they're like, she should be fine, and then it blows up, and she doesn't show up, and they're like, she's obviously not fine.
That was the plan. That's how she got Miles convinced to go ahead and leave without her, was, we've got the wristwatches, I can teleport at the last second, it'll be fine. And, you know, with the explosion, it's kind of inevitably she's dead, and Mayday, Parker tries to console him and tell him, you know, she probably jumped somewhere else. And he's like, no, if she did, she'd be here, she would have jumped here by now.
Right.
You know, whatever, and, fucking Superior Octopus, man, he's just a dick about it. He's like,
always.
Yeah, it's very sad, but I'm more worried about the Inheritors, and, you know, but it was a big blast, so even they might not have made it out, and, Miles goes to turn around to attack him, as well he should.
Right.
But, he points out that if they had made the proper choices when they first and killed the Inheritors instead of just marooning them, they wouldn't be in this situation.
For sure.
Which is true, but they don't do that.
Right.
So they, but at this point, the Inheritors
are alive and well.
They come out of the portal that happened to be, they happen to get Gwen's teleportation wrist, and
yeah, that makes things even look more grim for her fate.
Mm-hmm. They proceed to go, we need to retreat.
Yeah. But the reason they see Otto put out Autobots around the city and whatever, and he did see the entire family, not just the few that had escaped, was regenerated.
The entire family except for the father.
The father who is still held into a soul stone.
Right. And then the other brother who was actually the Web
Morlin.
Weaver.
Yeah.
Karn.
Karn.
Karn the Web Weaver.
Yeah, and Morlin is trying to track down Peter Parker,
right.
which we discussed in a previous episode
right.
when we discussed
which
Spectacular
Spider-Man.
Right, Spectacular
right.
Spider-Man number 311. You
yes.
should have listened to it 2 episodes ago, right?
Yeah.
I was asking them, not you.
Oh, my bad.
We're not talking to you, Peachy. Jeez. I liked that they kind of pointed out that they have to rebuild the technology to keep themselves from dying, and they can't necessarily actually attack the spiders because they die, they have no backup.
Yeah,
right.
If they die, they're dead.
The Inheritors do this, and Octopi point that out and say they have time, so they need to regroup and find teams.
Yes.
Find an army. Well, of course, but.
Oh no, I was going to point out how earlier, before the explosion, Miles pointed out that, you know, Morland's already on the loose. He didn't want anybody else to escape or anybody else to get out because they are basically, each individual one of them, a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Of the Inheritors. And that's how scary they are, and that's what they... So that makes, you know, that their appearance in almost the full family, you know, that makes it...
Very intimidating.
Yes. There's a lot of shit going on.
And they barely escaped the last time with their lives. They had to trick them. They can't do the same thing again.
Yeah.
But as they're going to start looking for teams, is it Miles that's automatically like, well, we should find Peter?
Yeah.
He has experience. He's done this before. We should find all the spiders who have done this before because they know what they're doing. And Otto's like, no, you shouldn't, actually, because they're the ones that let them live.
Yeah.
And we need them to die.
We need people that are able to make the decision, the tough decision to do that and whatever. And then kind of from this point is where we split off to where Edge of Spider-Geddon picks up.
Yes. Where we have people coming through portals, getting Penny Parker and the bad one.
But Spider-Punk himself was recruited.
Right,
to a
that's
portal.
right.
PS4.
Yeah, the PS4 Spider-Man.
In Spider-Geddon Zero and
we
Norman.
clarify that they did retreat
Osborn,
back to
Spider-Man. That
right.
one, I can't.
With the multiple arms.
Yeah.
we did also see them retreat back to the Loom world, which is Earth 001,
Right.
which I don't know if we've mentioned it in the past, but it is the location of the Web of Life and
Right.
Destiny, which is being tended to by Karn.
Yeah, and the spiders have been working to try to piece the Loom back together.
Make sure it did and return proper artifacts back to the worlds that the Inheritors had taken from them. And it's been pretty cool, but at one point we see all of them kind of go, we need to go split up, of course. Let's go fight, we'll do this, we do that. And so they all exit through their portals, and Karn watches them leave, and then behind him, and he goes, it's been an honor to fight with you guys. And you hear, brother.
And it's Verna from the beginning, the sister inheritor. And basically, here they are facing off in a fight to the death.
Yeah.
She comes to kill him, and he says, well, you can't take me.
Yeah. Is that when we go back to the Ottos?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Sorry, I know where we are for the most part, but, Otto has to change out of his suit, because 2 of his arms were ripped off by the Inheritors.
Right.
And he's like, I need to just change really quick because I am not ready to fight them, basically. And that is why he is in his superior Spider-Man suit when he goes to get the Spider-Man from the video game, from the PS4 game.
That's right.
Which we were confused about because we're like, wait, hold on. Why is he superior Spider-Man again?
Is that another one?
He said
What?
We were like, is that a second one?
Oh, yeah,
Or is there
yeah,
more?
that was
Right.
confusing.
And we were confused when we saw when the comics were coming out, and so it's like, what?
Yeah.
But we see that at one point that Otto's aim is to get people that will be able to pull the trigger when the time comes,
Right.
or people susceptible to suggestion, which I think he sees the PS4 Spider-Man as.
Right.
He's like,
Because-
he's still
yeah.
relatively new.
Yeah. And I'm sure after talking to him, he's like, well, he was friends with the me of this world, so
Yeah.
he will probably have a stronger connection and actually listen to what I'm saying. And also, the die is cast.
The die.
The die is cast. And Spider-Geddon number 0, if you guys, we did review that the week before last. I believe it was in Man. It was a good story. It's the one that does include the PS4 Spider-Man, and it is pretty touching to see how Otto treats that situation.
Yeah.
But
The die is cast.
Now the die is cast.
the die is cast.
This die is cast. This die is cast. That die is cast.
It's cast.
It's all
I
cast.
had to bring down all of my D&D dice to just do that. Everyone just to let you know.
It was worth it.
The die is cast.
The die is cast.
I like Octavia's.
Yeah,
like, I've always wanted to say that, but I thought people would find it silly.
And he's like, you should stop paying attention to what stupid people think, basically.
I like that. I like that he's a giving advice to himself, essentially,
Yeah.
herself.
Right. I also really liked all of the author's notes, personally, because trying to tie the entire story together to make sure that people actually know what's going on.
For sure.
Authors often have to put little notes and asterisks and be like, hey, so this is from this, but specifically, like, time is a flat circle,
Yes.
because all of the things that we read in The Edge of Spider-Geddon, well, Spider-Punk was before, but Penny, Spider-Punk Man was before. Penny was during this issue.
Right.
The third issue with